Hi, 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 hi. Hi. Okay. So, not that anybody asked or cares, but I wanted to do a sort of life update. And if you hear meowing in the background, pretty little purrs, it's because I have a cat, or we have a cat, whoever has a cat. Her name is Quitty, and that's what I wanted to get into. So I moved out of my mom's house. Hey! And I moved in with my old man, which I call him affectionately so, because he is 15 years my senior, which is a lot of senior to be had. I'm actually going to take her out because she's very distracting to me, and I want this video to go smoothly. So give me a second while I boot Quinny. Yeah, so back to the whole situation with my old man. So I've been living with him for 5 months. We've been dating for 5 months, and I've known him for 5 months, and I moved in with him fairly quickly, fairly soon in the relationship, a month. So some people might say not the best decision. Some people may advise against it. Some people might say just follow your heart. I'm not here to say which one of them is right. All I'm saying is it's been good for us. You know, we get along well. We do stuff together. We get on each other's nerves, just like everybody who lives together does. But it's all good in and under the hood around these parts. He has dos children, all under the age of 5. I don't know why I'm speaking Spanish. So that's a lot if you think about it, but he has my help. I help take care of them. I cook, I clean, I fulfill all of my housely duties. And so that's that on that. Moving on to my doggy. If you guys don't know, I got a puppy March 24th of this year. And I got him at 9 weeks. Now he's like 7 or 8 months. You can do the math. I'm not doing it right now. And he's just the sweetest thing. He's my Eugene, my Genie Weenie, my prince. I love him to death. We're a package deal, me and him. So yes, I moved in with my dog, which is also ill-advised, but you know, it still works regardless. The problem is there's a lot of children toys around that he chews up. He does a lot of digging in the yard, and that's a problem. So I've been training him because I don't have enough money to send him to obedience classes. So let's put a pin in that. Speaking of not having enough money, I have not had a job for 4 months. Yeah, and so people might say that that's a bad idea. And of course, right? Because you need money and you need an income to sustain your life, right? And I am in no way encouraging anyone to quit their job or saying that this is a sustainable solution if you want to do that. All I'm saying is it worked out for me and it's working out now. That's all I'm saying. And it might not work out in the future, okay? But what I really want to emphasize is if I needed a job, I would have had one by now, right? But me and my old man have come to the consensus or conclusion that it's fine. You know, I like I said, I do my housely duties and it's fine. So there's that. But back to not having enough money for classes. So I took it upon myself to train Eugene all by my lonesome. So the commands that he knows now that I can count are sit, lay, stay, and off. That's 4 commands. He knows 4 commands and he's really good at them, but we got sort of sidetracked when it came to shake. Shake, if you don't know, is where you say shake and the dog puts out its paw and then you shake its little paw. But I couldn't shake his little paw because he's very sensitive about his paws. I don't know why, because when he was just a wee little pup, he was fine. And like I danced with him, I touched his paws all the time. And that was one of the videos that I watched, like tutorials or instructional videos about raising a blue heeler. My dog is a blue heeler, by the way. Raising a blue heeler, you know, you want to touch their parts, you know, the right ones, and so that they can just get comfortable with it. But he's just not comfortable with his paws. So I wanted to get this squeezy treat. It's like treat that comes in a can, a pressurized can. You spray it out and, you know, he will eat it up. I know about this treat because Kong, which is the brand of toy that I bought him, they like sell the squeezy treat. But I opted out of the squeezy treat because it was too expensive. Like I said, I didn't have a job then. Or I still don't have a job. What am I saying? I don't have a job. But it was too expensive for me. But now I'm opting into it because I want to try this trick that I saw on YouTube Shorts where you're teaching your dog to roll over. And the reason why I'm getting the pressurized can is because when they showed me, it was a much smaller dog. My dog is a medium-sized dog. He's about like 50, 60 pounds. Long dog too. So they got the dog down in the sit, lay position, whatever. And then they like sprinkled the treats, like trickled it down into the mouths until the dog rolled over. So I tried doing that, but he was nipping at me, obviously because he was trying to get the treats out of my hand. And I was like slowly trying to, you know, broken. So it didn't work out. So I think getting the squeezy treat will be a more effective and efficient option. That's enough about Eugene. Let's talk about my little sister. My youngest sister. Now, this makes me feel old to say, and this might make you feel old to hear, but my sister started 6th grade. And it's so freaky to talk about because I remember when she was this big, when her entire body could fit into my arms, you know? And now she's doing everything that she's doing and it's fantastic. And I love her so much. And I just think of all of these milestones that we're gonna come across, like her getting her license and her first car and her first homecoming and her first prom. But I just don't want to like keep thinking about those things because within the snap of a finger, a blink of an eye, it's already gonna be here when I look up. So I'm anticipating them, but you know, cautiously so, because I want to embrace the moments of the present. That's enough about my sister. Moving on to my mom. So my mom's doing great, as always. No worries, no stress. She had to get a new car though because her other car wasn't carring. But other than that, you know, love her just as much as I love my sister. And that's it on my mom. So I also wanted to tell you guys a little fun thing that I did before I wrap things up. I went blonde. And no, it wasn't the blonde where I like actually dyed my hair. I got a blonde wig. It's actually right here. Blondes have more fun, and I wanted to see life on the funner side. Anyway, I'm turning 26 in about a month and a half, give or take. Whoop-de-doo. And it just makes you think. It just makes you think about life. And I feel like birthdays always have that effect where it's like you think about how far you've come and how far you might have to go, you know? So it gives you just a newfound perspective about your goals and like where you're going and stuff like that. And so I'm on a weight loss fitness journey, and I've been embracing it and enjoying it and struggling through it. However, I don't think that I will have lost like a significant amount of weight because I just started like maybe in September, and it's October now. If you're watching in October, then you would know. But so it's just been like a month or two. So I don't think by the time December comes around, I don't think I will have lost a significant amount of weight. But however, I will have lost weight. And that's all that matters, because I like to remind myself that the scale is just a number. It sometimes does not reflect, you know, the mornings that you wake up and you go to the gym, or the food that you decide to forego for the sake of your health. You know, I've been eating better, I've been exercising more, and that's all that matters. And if I continue to do that, I will be happy with my body eventually. But I wanted to let you guys know that it is October, like I said, prefacing with that. So I'm gonna be a bat for Halloween, and my old man and his kids are gonna be a vampire and little vampires. So we went out and we got Halloween decorations, and they're so obnoxious, they're so big, they're so loud, they're so gaudy, and I can't wait for Christmas. That's it.